All right, so if you're like me and Matt here, we like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We like it a lot. I like it more though because you don't watch the TV shows. So yeah, let me kind of fill you in here. So we've got we have a Netflix series called The Defenders, which is kind of going to be an Avengers version of all the different TV shows, at least the ones that are going to be on, or the ones that are on Netflix. We're talking Daredevil, Jessica Jones, maybe even Luke Cage's series being in here. Um, who knows? There's a trailer out there floating around somewhere, teaser trailer. Um, but this article on GamesRadar.com pretty much says that the Marvel TV characters won't be crossing over into the movies anytime soon. Now, the reason for that is, according to Marvel Television president Jeff Loeb, I can tell you the part of the challenge of doing this sort of thing is that the movies are planned out years in advance of what it is that we're doing. Television moves at an incredible speed. The other part of the problem is that when you stop and think about it, if I'm shooting a television series and that's going to go on over a 6 month or 8 month period, how am I going to get so and so to be able to go be in a movie? I need so and so to be in a television show. Basically, their main actor. So they're basically saying that they basically don't have the time to let their actors go and star in a movie when they have to make these TV shows on kind of a busy schedule. So it's a scheduling thing that they're blaming. But I don't know if this is the best idea. I don't even though at this point in time it may not be doable, maybe they should make that a goal. Like you don't have to, tear away every single character that you have starring in their own series be in a movie. All you really have to do is like it would take nothing to have um, Agent Coulson show up in one of the Avengers movies again. For people who have never seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and, hey, oh yeah, I remember that guy. I thought he died. Oh, he didn't. Oh, there's this whole show over here that explains why he's not dead. Huh, that would be interesting. And you get this, cross promotional thing going. You just have to take one actor and give him a cameo for crying out loud. Or, 10 minutes of screen time. Luke Cage would fit in really well with Spider-Man Homecoming. Like Luke Cage and Spider-Man, just they they mesh really well. Just both being in New York, little scrawny white kid paired up with a really big, strong black guy, and they have different life experiences, but they get along. It's cool. If anything where Luke Cage and Peter Parker get to be in the same series usually works pretty well. Um, so even having Daredevil show up, I think that'd be cool. Punisher. These are characters that aren't necessarily locked to just their little piece of the Marvel Cinematic Universe pie. Um, you could definitely have them get into the movies. Would you like to see that though? I mean, being someone who doesn't watch the shows but watches the movies, or would that completely just throw you off?
I don't really know because I don't I don't really like Steven said, I don't watch the shows. That's not because I don't like them. That's just really I don't watch a lot of TV. So it's just never like a oh, this came out. I watched that. Uh, like watching TV now just really isn't a thing that I do very much. Um, It's kind of been really irritating. A bunch of people just coming up to me was like, "Have you seen this? Have you watched this?" And I was like, "No." I'm like, "How come? It's great." I'm like, "I don't know." Like I don't deny that the shows are good, and you know, superhero shows are generally pretty good. I mean, they're most of them are doing really well right now. Um, I feel like just because I've seen trailers for all superhero TV shows, DC, Marvel, and I don't know, I've seen glimpses of like the characters. So I feel like if they were to pop up in a movie, I think if I were to watch it in like maybe two or three times, I'd be like, oh, that's that person from that one show. Like have the like a cameo, like the new Peter Parker, like walking down. Oh wait, no, that's probably not a good idea. See, I was gonna say something, but I wasn't even sure if those two people were in the same city or not. So I'm just not gonna say that because I generally don't know. So I feel like for a lot of people, it would be kind of confusing just to like see someone and be like, "Who's that?" Because I want to say that like most people who go to see like superhero movies, they're probably not the ones who are watching the shows. Not to say that I'm sure there's a huge fan base for the shows, but I feel like a lot more people who go to see like the Marvel movies, like they really just watch the movies.
Well, I feel like the people who watch the Marvel shows are a part of the greater audience for the movies. Like, I don't see someone watching just the shows but not the movies. To me, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense
Yeah, that'd be a little weird.
because the shows do take, they take some commitment to watch. Um, but whereas a movie, hey, you got a couple hours, knock this one out. Whereas you're not going to get through a season in 2 hours. Um, it's just to me, I kind of feel like they could benefit. They could also go have them be too full of characters. After seeing Civil War, as good as Civil War was, I do think there were some parts of the movie where it was a little bit heavy on the cast. Like a few heroes that, even though we'd already been introduced to them, they did seem to. It felt a bit cramped at times, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I don't even know if they're going to have more characters in the next two Avengers movies. I don't know how they're going to pull it off because I feel like they just barely pulled it off with Civil War with having that many uh, people on screen having quips and dialogue and all that stuff. So, yeah, I do think you can run the risk of having a bloated uh, cast, but at the same time, I think a cameo here, an action scene there, I don't think that would hurt it overall, and it also wouldn't detract from the shows either way.
Yeah,